She's been put to bed. Join me. We have now had 2 weeks of pretty steady temperatures that are at frost or close to frost, and it's crazy. I still have things living, but I need to make some decision because my hard stop is coming now in 5 days when my mulch gets delivered and I have help coming to spread it. So let's go on an adventure and see what we still need to pull. Here are my peas. They're doing marvelously, but they're just not going to get any more than pods. But you know what? That's going to make delicious yummies for a stir fry. And these lovely tips will be great to add to a salad. I think I'll start there first. Well, there's my final haul, and that'll make a nice little stir fry tonight for the two of us. Wishing it was more, but hey, it was kind of a Hail Mary plant anyway. And that job is done. I'm going to get these sugar snacks out of here. I've got one out already while I was trying to do a little trench dig on this side and this side of the 2 little rows. But let's see what we end up with. Ooh, that's a good size one. These are the sugar snacks. They're sweet, and they're going to be even sweeter because they have been kissed now by a few frosts. And I got to tell you, I broke the tips on about 4 of those babies getting them out. The ground is really hard there. So next year, I am going to have to work on that soil a bit, loosen it up, put some sand, whatever, but no root knot nematodes here. Woohoo! I have badger flame beets, just a couple, but I'm gonna get them. Oh, altogether, that's what I got. And at the last minute, I decided this could be the very last opportunity to make tabbouleh for Al, so I picked some spring onions, parsley, and a little bit of mint, and we'll go for it. I'm going to take some Swiss chard and freeze it. I am going to take out all of that fennel and probably roast it and freeze it. We'll get that out because I have Mr. Miller's help today. And all of this out as well. Oh man, that makes me sad. I just hate when it comes to an end, but when you've got the worker bees to help you, you just deal with it. I need to get some of these out of here and make some decisions. There's some more Swiss chard over there. And my kohlrabi that never bulbed. Yeah, you're not getting another chance. That's 2 years in a row. The menagerie of pots and things need to get dealt with. I need to do some trimming back over there. Oh, I forgot about these. I gotta get these towers emptied. Yeah. Okay, one thing at a time. Well, the bowls that I found thrifted, that I've had set around for mostly the squirrels and the bunnies, need to get cleaned and stored. Alrighty, those will dry in the sun. It keeps coming in and out. Well, Al is filling up our garbage can of potting mix. from the dumped out pots. We do keep this for 2-3 years and recharge it with fertilizer and more compost. This is a job that I hate every year. Whatever I've got going on in the center is always pretty right till the end. And it's looking tatty, but it's still something. But today's the day it's going. We're going to take out these marigolds. These are two that were good for the root knot nematode biofumigation. And we're going to take some of the leaves and dig them back into the soil like we did the caliente mustard earlier in the year, because that's supposed to help. So Al is incorporating these marigold leaves into the soil. That's supposed to help with the whole biofumigation process and help us with this root knot nematode problem that we have in this bed. Oh, it's so sad to see all those beautiful marigolds go, but time's running out. Well, there's today's haul to deal with. Bunch of herbs, some green onions to roast, and down way on the bottom of there are the fennel. I'm gonna be busy girl now inside. Green onions all prepped for roasting, avocado oil, salt, pepper, and smoked paprika. Fennel sprayed with avocado oil and sprinkled with salt and pepper, ready for roasting. Well, it is a new day. The sun hasn't even made it all the way into this garden, but this little section is got sunlight and it's a bit warmer, so that is where I'm going to work clearing next. Wow, that looks different without the bunny fencing up, doesn't it? It's crazy. Oh man, I remember that. It was so much prettier. Took out the front flowers. They're not going to have enough time to set more seed for me. Keep going. There's our harvest, some celeriac. Those are 2 King Richard leeks. A little bit of celery. Those are the Mucurian leeks. Variety of radishes and the garlics. Oh, now to go in the kitchen and process. Back out for another day. We're getting there. It's almost cleared. This is the big area to work on today, and honestly the sun is over here, so I am grateful to work on this part until the sun comes out and casts some warmth on the rest of it. Al potted up this parsley yesterday because I wanted to try to save it for the winter in the garage, and it looks like it's okay. A little droopy, but okay. Let's do a before. and an after. Now that looks different, doesn't it? That's going to go into the garage for the winter. And those are going to get stored probably in the shed. This was a lot of potting soil, so we had to make a quick trip to the hardware store and get a trash can, which is what we find stores them really well. I am going to get the last of this stuff out of here, and then we are ready for the mulch that's coming. Well, we've gone on a pilgrimage today to Farm and Fleet for my alfalfa pellets. Whew, it's our lucky day. It's on sale. Yeehaw. Excellent trip to Farm and Fleet. We got the 2 alfalfa pellet bags on sale. Got a tool for up in Door County for the brush along the driveway. Some of Al's favorite potato chips, some canning stuff and other things. And we really did well. And we came home and I was like, oh, this is coming out. So I just want to take a few pictures of my snapdragons. They are my favorite flowers. Look at that one. It's speckly. And I'm just going to miss them. But we're going to spread some of that compost if there's enough up here. So we have to have the bed ready for that. 4.5 yards of leaf mold compost. That's a pile of work right there. Well, given that all of that compost was delivered, I need to clean out these beds a bit so that the guys can put any extra compost up and in these beds. I don't typically clean these out before winter, but needs must. Of course, now that I'm ready to do the job, the sun goes away. Bye-bye, Mr. Sun. I've made my way down to a couple of bedding dahlias that I got on the cheap rack. They were quite pretty. So I'm going to try to dig out those tubers. Well, Al and I have cleared out everything that needs to be cleared out, and the guys are going to come this afternoon and spread the compost. So our job today is any last minute whatevers and spread the alfalfa pellets, which will go under that leaf mold compost. These are the alfalfa pellets and what they look like. They swell to many times their size when they're wet. I'm going to get them down and they'll go under the compost that's being spread this afternoon and add nitrogen and other great things like tricontinol. I really had great results with the alfalfa pellets. The tricontinol within the pellets is a natural growth hormone that stimulates root and stem development. It also provides nitrogen, some vitamins, some minerals. Basically, it's for overall plant health, which leads to an increased yield. And honestly, my garden really showed a difference by adding alfalfa pellets to the regime. Normally, I just do the compost. The guys worked for a couple of hours. It was so great to have them help us do this. That was heavy lifting. Well, the guys didn't get finished with spreading the compost until well after dark last night, so I couldn't film it. And then it's rained all night. It's now about 11:30 in the morning, and we have a break in the rain for a couple of hours, so I'm going to come out. But first, let's show you these beds. Doesn't it look just gorgeous? I mean, sad because there's nothing in it anymore. But it now has a fresh layer. And it's ready to go to sleep for winter. And winter's coming. Snow flurries are predicted for this evening. And I have decided where I'm going to put the garlic. I have 69 cloves total, so I am going to start out in this bed here, and then we'll figure out where the next spot is. The amendments that I'm going to use are some chicken pellets. I'm going to put an alfalfa pellet down in every hole. There's some balanced organic, and don't get me wrong, there's going to be just a little bit of it, just enough to get it ticking off in the spring. And there's my 69 bulbs that I've already separated, ready to do this project. So I'm not going to linger spending a lot of time on this because you've seen me plant garlic before, and I'll actually link a really good video I did last year planting them. But that's what I'm doing next, and it's cold and I want to get it done fast. So I did end up adding something else. I added some azomite, which I do to all my plantings. Anyway, but I am starting out with one called the German White. I've got 6 cloves of that. I got some up in Door County. They are just a local one that someone's grown for years and years. I don't know what it is. And then my mixed varieties of garlic. So I'll get at it. Now, I have a very thorough planting guide, or how to plant these well on my playlist. So I will link that at the end. So if you want a little bit more detail, pointy end up, basal plate root end at the down, and you're, good to go. Okay, that job's done, but 10 of them needed to go over here in this bed where Al is at the edge. So I've done that. I have to make a tag. And now I've enlisted Al to help me get wire over the top because we know the squirrels are going to dig these. It's what they do. Well, there she is with squirrel protection on top. In a few days, it's going to warm up. We'll get those leaves over there mowed and mowed and mowed over till they're little leaf pieces and put under that as a mulch. But right now it's rain coming and the job is done. Well, that's how I shut down my garden here in Chicagoland for winter. And I hope you found at least parts of it interesting. And I hope that you want to come back and join me again. Hey, you might like this one as well. Remember, sometimes the only thing we harvest is knowledge, and that's okay. Bye for now. We'll see you on the next one.